comfortable job. You don't know what oppression is. So your idea of revolution, your idea of speaking out, even though you understand that we are discriminated against, you understand that we are done unjust, you really are comfortable in your oppression. Some of these black conscious people, they believe going to Egypt, that makes them real. I'm real. I've been to Egypt. You can't tell me about Egypt. Don't let the person that if they ain't went to Egypt, they can't tell you nothing. You visited Egypt. If you came here to St. Louis, just because you came to St. Louis, that does not mean you know anything about St. Louis. It's a whole lot that you're missing. So here you are thinking that you are an Egyptian scholar just because you got on a plane and went to Egypt. The people you're talking about lived 4,000 years ago or longer. There are none that exist today. Those who live in Egypt are not those who lived 4,000 years ago. So the people don't even exist. It don't make any sense to me. You're trying to be somebody that you're not. Now check this out. You ever lost a set of keys? You know how difficult it is to find your set of keys. And if you find your set of keys, you are really happy. But see, the thing about that is, you know what your set of keys look like. So while you're trying to find your keys, when you see them, you can recognize them, and you can say, what was lost is now found. In this case, oh man, brothers and sisters, in this case, you're looking for some lost keys, but we have no idea of what they look like. So we're finding all kinds of keys. I'm from Egypt. I'm from Kemet or whatever. I'm a Moor. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. We got all these keys. You know why we got all these keys? Because we still lost, deaf, dumb, and blind. We don't know where we come from. So we just claiming any key that we find on the ground. And then we use historians to back up our story. We try to make truth fit our agenda. It is impossible that the black man and woman, the descendants of slaves in this nation, it is impossible that we have been under the white man's rule for over 400 years. All of a sudden, now, this is what I don't understand. All of a sudden, y'all talk to some historians and some of our other brothers and sisters who are scholarly. All of a sudden, you think that you have become awakened. All of a sudden, black power family, black conscience, now all of a sudden, you are awake. All of a sudden, you have changed things overnight. You've been a slave physically for over 300 years. Now overnight, all of a sudden, everybody ain't no slave. Dark Europeans. The Uncle Tom type and the black power type. The number one reason why the black man and woman in this nation has not progressed further than we should have is because We already know the dark European, the what we may call the Uncle Tom type mentality. We already know that they have the white man's mentality. But you, who are black conscious, what you fail to see and what you don't know is that the white man's mind is alive and well in your head. Because when you say, I am of African conscience, I am black conscious, conscious means that you are awake. You are aware of your surroundings. That's to be unconscious means you are in a state of you comatose, you're asleep, you're unconscious, you're not aware. So to say that you are conscious, black conscious, or you're conscious of the black, and where do you get black from? Where do you get African from? These are names created and made by your oppressor. The people on the African continent did not call themselves African. Ask your historians. Y'all historians, did they call themselves African? No, they did not. Maybe in some specific places or whatever, possible. But they did not call themselves Africans. They surely did not call themselves black. Because for hundreds and thousands of years, there was no need to call themselves black, because that's all that they seen was black. The only time that you need to call yourself other than black is to identify yourself from somebody who don't look like you, act like you. So we came up with the concept of male and female, because we have different genitalia. So these with the penis, we call them male. Those with the vagina, we call female. But if everybody had a penis, there's no need to specify anything, because that's who we are. That's what everybody is. But the Caucasian people saw that there was somebody, and color has always been here, and so they saw us as a dark color and called us black. Some of you may say that we're dark brown, where the white man call you black. And that's what we have embraced. We have embraced black. So, and then he called us black. In his definition, black is always associated with evil, corruption, liars, bad things, wicked. That's how he viewed us. So you conscious of the black, you are conscious that you are evil and you are wicked. Is that what you're saying? African. I'm conscious, African consciousness. So you say you're conscious that you're African, meaning that you're conscious and you know that you are the child of those who have been conquered by the European. And you're willing to accept the European way of life. Because if you say that I'm African, then you're accepting what the white man called you and described you to be. Black power, family, what are you saying? You're giving power back to those who called you that. So actually, that's why you haven't gone nowhere. So who are you giving the power to? Black power, family, you're giving it right back to the white man and you don't even know it. That shows how dense we are. Didn't your historians teach you better than that? Don't your historians, didn't they tell you where race came from? Didn't race come from the white man? Didn't the name Africa and the way that what we view as Africa, don't we know that came from the European, racist European Caucasians? Don't we know that? Well, how come we're still calling ourselves black Africans, and above all, why do we keep calling ourselves niggas? And we know where that came from. It came from the oppressor. And y'all proud of it. So you're giving power right back to your oppressor. And you wonder why you're not going anywhere. Come to Blog Talk Radio. I want you to bring it to me because I don't understand your thinking. You have the white man's mind. And under what they call Willie Lynch, regardless to whether Willie Lynch was a real or whether he's a fictional character or whatever,